Hello and welcome back to Sherwood Park Toyota. Today we're looking at a Toyota Sienna LE all-wheel drive in the color white. Let's take a look. Starting up front here, underneath the hood we have a 3.5-liter V6 engine, automatic transmission, gets up to 296 horsepower, 263 pound-foot of torque. Up front, LED headlights, customary daytime running lights. Along to the side here we have 18-inch alloy wheels. On the front quarters here, you'll also find your all-wheel drive badges. As you move back, all of your rear windows do come with factory tinting. And looking up top, you will find black roof rails. Approaching the back here, on the right-hand side, you have your LE all-wheel drive trim level badge. Sienna logo all the way across the back. Underneath of this is your backup camera. To open up your rear space here, reach underneath that first N between the N and the E, press the button, and lift upwards. Inside, of course, both second and third row seating. Second row seating has independent captain's chair style seating, which we'll talk more about when we get up front there. For the third row, it is a 60-40 split bench seat, which means each side can move independently. As we see here, it's also the Stow'N'Go style. So as you can see, instead of just folding the seats forward, which is an option if you prefer it, you can also tuck it all the way down into this cavity down below. So it creates a large flat space throughout here if you're looking to have a large area for transportation of any goods. You can also, as we said, just fold it forward, as most second or third row seats will just fold forward if you want to utilize this extra deep cavity space here as well, or of course you can leave it up for your third row occupants here. All of this is explained on the little diagram on the back, showing you how to use the number 1 handle and then this number 2 strap in order to move your seats around. On the back of the seats, there are also these little hook spaces that you can use for storage purposes. Left-hand side, there's an extra deep cavity for additional storage space. Looking inwards, you'll find that your third row seat occupants have plenty of their own storage and cup holder spaces. They also have built-in sunshades, which is this little black part down below on the base of your window. We'll talk about that feature when we get to the second row as well. On the right-hand side, you have interior lighting and a 12-volt adapter. To close up your space here, just reach up to the handle on the top right-hand corner and bring it back down, back into its starting position. Next, let's take a look at the insides. So to open it up back here, just give the handle a little pull, and it should automatically roll open for you. Inside, your interior upholstery is the gray cloth. It is very soft, has this nice texturing to it as well. As we said, we do have the independent captain's chair style up front here in the second row, so that means there is no seat in the middle here, which means that you have an easy pathway of getting through. There are also armrests on both the inside and the outsides of both of these two seats, so they have plenty of accommodation for their own comfort. On the side of the seat is where you'll find all of your adjustments to move it back and forth, lay it down flat, whatever you need. You can see there are these long tracks, so you can move these seats really far up and forward if you're trying to get to the third row seats without having to go through that little middle passageway. Looking further inward, on the back of your front passenger and front driver seats, we do have pouch storage. You also have this little hook space on the back for more storage purposes. Plenty of charger options on the back of the console. This little part right here flips down into a cup holder space. Then looking upwards on the left-hand side, you will find this third section air conditioning control panel. This can be controlled for your third row occupants, so they can control their own temperature, mode, and fan speed. This can be controlled from the up front panel. We'll take a look at that when we get up front there. Then, if you look on the inside of the window, it's a little hard to see in here with it wide open like this, but this is your built-in sunshade. So this guy will pull upwards here, and then lock up top into these little hooks here, and it creates a nice little shade on the window, helping to keep the sun out of everybody's eyes without impeding on their view. To close up your doors in the back here, there are 3 different primary methods you can use. One of them is pulling the handle as we did to open it. There's also a handle on the inside. You can give a pull right here, or if you reach underneath of the handle on the inside on the left, you'll find a little button here. You can give that guy a press, and either way, your door will come sliding right closed for you. Now, inside your driver's door, we have your power windows for front and back, window lock, power lock system, side mirror controls, plenty of storage space down below. Inside, your driver's seat has electronic adjustments, back, front, up, down, and lumbar support. You have both your hood and gas release latches on the bottom left-hand corner of your dash. Then you have a little storage cubby. Next to that is your power door off. So this means that the doors can only be opened from the outside, not from the inside. Then you have your traction control right on top. Taking a look at the steering wheel here, left hand side, volume, your radio, and then hands-free communication. Right hand side, up top is controls for the dash display. And then you have your cruise control down below. It is adaptive, so that includes it having sonar and lane departure. In the middle here is your infotainment display screen. This is where you go to access much of the information about your daily driving experience. Currently you're looking at your customizable home screen. Underneath that is your menu settings. So this is where you have your audio, phone, apps, info, your display, and setup. Setup is all of your specifics. Everything from personal profile, Bluetooth, audio, phone, voice recognition, on-suite apps, clock, beep sounds, theme color settings, etc. Audio listening, we have AM, FM, and satellite radio, full Bluetooth connectivity, optional adapters for USB and aux, and you have the CD player right up top there. And then in all of your info is your eco and your vehicle alert systems. All of your radio controls are on the right hand side, tune scroll on the bottom right, volume control on the bottom left. Underneath you have your four-ways, and then you have the climate control center. As we said, you do have the controls for that rear panel down below. In terms of up front though, we have dual controls, so you can have either everything synced up, as you can see on the screen it is right now. You can change around the sync to have just the up front. You can have either side working independent. You can have everybody doing their own thing, the front and the back separate. Lots of different options depending on what suits you and your passengers best. Then you have your defrost for your front and rear windshield located here. Gear shift underneath. You have your dial controls for your front heated seats for driver and front passenger here. Then you have your charger and aux, your 12-volt adapter, little pop-out cup holders right here, and then a nice deep storage cubby. Lots of storage space down below. It has a little built-in tray design so things aren't going to go flying out. Another 12-volt adapter down below. Cup holder spaces here, and then you have your console inside. Right hand side, you have double glove boxes, one up top and one down below. The one down below is lockable. Overhead on your rear view mirror, 1, 2, and 3 little house shapes. Those are your garage door openers. Then you have your sunglasses compartment. If you pop them open, you'll actually find this little reflective surface. You can lock this guy in. That way you don't have to be using your rear view mirror in order to keep an eye on your rear passengers. You can just keep an eye on the passengers here and an eye on the road there. On top of that, you have your SOS button, overhead lighting controls, and you also have the power releases for either sides for the power doors. Thanks again, folks, for joining us on this full video tour for this Toyota Sienna LE in the color white. It is located here at Sherwood Park Toyota at 31 Automall Road in Sherwood Park, Alberta. You can also reach us at 780-306-7703. And remember, life is full of choices. Let us be yours.